Hey guys, Virgil here for JRPG Central, and today we're going to be counting down the top 5 ways that Persona 5 improved the Persona series. Starting off the list at number 5 is a very small change, but a change that, for me, once I noticed it, I was like, why hasn't it always been like this? This ability is the ability to swap personas without getting locked into them, meaning that if you swap personas and you don't attack with it, you can swap again. So, say you have an enemy that is weak to Agi, right? But the persona you have equipped doesn't have that skill. But you know you have a persona that has that skill, you just don't have it equipped. So you go to switch the persona and you're in a hurry or whatever, and when you hit the selection button, you switch to the wrong persona. In the past, like in Persona 3 and Persona 4, when you would do that, you would be locked into that persona and you'd be screwed. You'd be stuck with it. But in Persona 5, you can switch as many times as you want, just so long as you don't attack with it. Meaning that once you switch to a persona and then attack with it, you are then locked into it, but not just from switching inherently. So yeah, small change, but a change that definitely is welcome. Number 4 is the ability to spend time with multiple people at once. This was kind of played with in the past. In Persona 3, there was some really funny moments where if you were dating one girl and ended up dating another girl at the same time, you could like bump into them and they would like hate each other. And in Persona 4 Golden, there was a social link that you always bumped into other friends while you were hanging out with her. But in Persona 5, it's kind of completely random. You can just, if you choose to hang out with a certain social link and you choose to go out somewhere, you can bump into another social link. And depending on what you say during the conversation, you can level them both up at once. So this is something that where, in the same amount of time, you can allocate points towards 2 social links in the same amount of time as one. This is not only an improvement mechanically, since Persona is all about maximizing your time and building 2 social links at the same time is obviously a good thing. It also just makes sense logically. Like running into another friend while you're hanging out with a different friend is something that would happen in real life. Honestly, it kind of helps make the world feel more alive and realistic and lived in. Now we're getting into the really good stuff. Coming in at number 3 are the Velvet Room enhancements. In Persona 5, there are a ton of new additions to the Velvet Room, but there are specifically about 3 that I want to talk about. The Strengthen Persona ability allows you to brutally sacrifice one persona to power up another. This will usually give some XP and also pass on a random skill from the persona. This is really great for getting a specific skill on a specific persona for either your own personal use or for the Twin Wardens Compendium quest. Lockdown training is basically the Pokemon daycare, except instead of a sweet old couple taking care of your persona, it's 2 children that braid it constantly. Lastly, we have my personal favorite, Itemize. This allows you to turn any persona into either a weapon, a skill card, or an accessory so long as you have the materials you need to transmute it. Some of my most powerful weapons and best accessories came from itemizing persona, plus it gave a use to any extra personas I had that I couldn't fuse with. All of these together just made the Velvet Room seem a lot more fleshed out in this game, more so than really any other Velvet Room. And actually, all of those fall under what is our second best improvement on the list, and those are the social link abilities. In past Persona games, as you leveled up your social links, you would get a boost in XP when you fused a persona with the corresponding arcana. But that was it for the most part. In Persona 5, however, you get all of that, as well as special abilities specific to each character. Like, for instance, the ability to hire Kawakami to do your laundry for you, allowing you to use that same time for something else. Or the incredibly useful ability to capture personas that are a higher level than you. Social link abilities are just such a simple way to make the social link system even deeper, further connecting the social aspects of Persona to the combat, which is what the entire game is all about. And the number 1 way Persona 5 improved Persona has gotta be Baton Pass. This ability allows you to pass your one more to any teammate who has also learned the ability. Once you Baton Pass, the passee gets a power boost, then if they hit a weakness, they can Baton Pass their one more to another character, giving them an even bigger power boost, and so on and so forth. This fundamentally changes the flow of battle in Persona, and can make for some incredibly satisfying moments. This is something that I hope becomes a staple going forward with the Persona series, and really, it's kind of what this list was all about. A lot of these just seemed like improvements that just made sense that I hope are around in some way, shape, or form in future Persona games. So there you have it, my list for the top 5 ways Persona 5 improved Persona. Was there anything that didn't make the list that you feel deserves a rightful place? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you liked the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more JRPG content.